Good morning, friends. Hope all of you are fine at your homes and learning from these video lectures that are provided to you from your teachers for your betterment. As continuation of our revision tour lectures, now this is the last topic of your revision tour, that is dictionary. Today we will discuss about the dictionary creation, accessing the dictionary, how we traversal in a dictionary, the function which we use in the dictionary, and the different features of the dictionary. As you already learned very much about dictionary in your 11th class, so all the things which we describe today is in brief. It is just a recall session of your 11th class tutorials. So first of all, what is dictionary actually? Dictionary is what? Dictionary is also a collection of values as well as key. As you know, the list and tuple which we studied earlier, these are the ordered sequence, while dictionary is an unordered sequence. What is the difference between ordered sequence and unordered sequence now? Ordered means, as you remember in the list, there is an index of every variable or every value, while in case of dictionary there is no index at all. Here we write the values with their corresponding keys. So basically dictionary is a pair of key and their values. And the other difference between list and dictionary is enclosed in the curly braces. You remember the list is enclosed in the square bracket, while tuple is enclosed in the small bracket, and the dictionary is closed in the curly braces. Now we'll take a small example of dictionary. See how we create a dictionary. First of all, we have to write the name of the dictionary. Then in curly braces we will write the key. Then we define a value to the key. Then comma, the second key which we want to store, and then value, then key, and so on. We can declare as many key and values as we want in the dictionary. For example, here we take a dictionary named as teachers. Here we have written the name of the teachers as a key value and the subject as a value. So how we write it? Here Rajiv is a key and math is a value. Same as APA is a key, physics is a value. APS is a key and chemistry is a value. SB is a key and CS is a value. So this is the dictionary which is having which is collection of the pair of key and value in the curly braces. Okay, so that is known as key value pair. जब दोनों चीज़ें साथ लिखी होती हैं, that is known as key value pair. And whenever what is the first value, that is known as key, and the another thing which we stored is called the value. Okay, hope you understand what is the function, what is the dictionary, and how we write a dictionary in a program. Okay, now we will learn how we create a dictionary and what are the types of dictionary. For example, if we write D equal to only curly braces, that is known as empty dictionary. Whatever we want to store, we can store it. This is an empty dictionary without any element inside. Okay, now we can also create a dictionary with having some keys and values. For example, I am taking here a dictionary of vowels. Then vowels is the name of dictionary. We write V1, that is what? Key. If see, listen, the more important thing, if the key is of integer type, there is no need to enclose it as in the braces, in the curly, no, sorry, in the quotes. But if it is of type of what? If it is a type of integer, rather than integer like character or a string, then you have to enclose in the single or a double quote. Here we have written V1, that is treated as a string. So we have enclosed this string in a double quotes. Now V1 is A, for example. Then V2 E. Then we take V3 I, V4 O, and V5 is U, and then curly braces close. So the different values in the dictionary is separated by the commas. Okay, and here the V1 is a, V3 is a key, and these are the value of the dictionary. Okay, hope you understand. And here one main thing you have to keep remember, the key of the dictionary is immutable, while the value of the dictionary is mutable. You know the difference between mutable and immutable very well. We can change the value of the dictionary, but we cannot change the key of the dictionary. Okay, the key of the dictionary will always remain same. We cannot change its value. Hope you understand. Now there is some ways how we access a dictionary. Okay, देखिए, same as like list and tuple, we access the element of list and tuple with the help of index. You remembered? But in the case of dictionary, as we already know, it is an unordered sequence. There is no index at all in the case of dictionary. So the element of the dictionary would be accessed with the help of its key. If we want to access any value, then we have to write the key of that value. For example, we have a dictionary vowel. There are 5 vowels we have stored. In key V1 it is A, in key V2 it is E, V3 I, V4 O, and V5 U. If you want to return the value of the fourth one, that is O, then what we have to write here? We have to write here at the name of the key. For example, that is our name of the dictionary vowel, and in a square bracket we simply wrote V4. Whenever we write it, the output will be O. Hope you understand. The output will be O. So the element of the dictionary is accessed through, accessed with the help of its key. Okay. We will take this example with the help of our Python ideally. Okay. See here, I have written Dick. I have assumed a dictionary name as Dick. Here I have taken some values. 1 A. 1 is a key and A is a value. Then on 2 I have written E. See here, I have written A in single quotes while E in double quotes. Is there any difference? No, because both are working in the case of string and character in the Python. We will take here double quotes, otherwise you may get confused. I will take here double quotes instead of single quotes. Okay, see here. Now we write Dick 1A, 2E, 3I, 4O, 5U. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the key of the dictionary, and A, E, I, O, U is the value of the dictionary. So if we want to access this dictionary, we simply write print Dick. Okay, whenever we write print Dick, what will be the output? The dictionary, same as it is, will be printed in the output. C 1A, 2E, and so on. Okay, So this is the method, or this is a syntax how we access a dictionary. Here I also written the another method to access a dictionary. That is what I will put it in the comment and remove its comments. Okay, here with the helping of for loop I can also access a dictionary. For example, we have written for D in dic. As you know, for you have already used this for loop in the list and tuple. Same here we use for D in dic print D. देखिए यहाँ पे actually we have written D and dic both. So in the output we have also received key as well as the value D. We have separated the value and key with the columns. Then dic D. What is this D? Dic is the dictionary and D is the key which we written here. Okay, see what is the output now? Now we have received 1 colon A. Why? Because 1 is the key which is accessing through D and A is the value which is accessing through the dic D. Okay. So from beginning to end we receive all the key and value in the form of this output. Hope you understand. These are two methods through which we can access our dictionary. If we simply write print D, then the output will be same as we declared in the dictionary. But whenever we use it using the for loop, it will come in the vertical manner. Hope you understand this, the functioning of dictionary. Same, if we didn't want to access all the values of the dictionary, we want some particular value of the dictionary, then what to do? In this case, we simply write here the key only. See, I will take an example for you people. Here I write dic see, I write here dic 2. On 2 key, what is the value? It is E. So the output will be E, because here we take only the one single key. So if we want to access only a single element of the dictionary, we can take that key of the dictionary instead of calling the whole dictionary. Hope you understand this, how we access a dictionary. Okay, so we can access a dictionary using print statement, print or the name of dictionary. Here the name of dictionary is vowels in our case, and we can also use it as when the for loop. How? What is the syntax? For item in dictionary. Okay, through which we can also access the dictionary. We can traverse from the first element to the last element of the dictionary. Here now we will discuss two functions of dictionary. One is key function and second one is the value function. These two functions, as the name signifies, the key function will only returns the key of dictionary, while the value function returns the value of the dictionary. Okay, all the value which is stored in the dictionary will be printed by the value function, and all the keys which is in the dictionary will be printed with the help of key function. For example, in this case, if I will write the name of our dictionary is vowels, I will write vowels dot keys. Actually the function is keys and values. Vowel dot keys, then what will be the output? Output will be what? Only all the keys like V1, V2, V3, V4, V5. We will receive the list. It will always come in the list form. V1, then V2 and so on. Okay, and same as values, whenever we use the values function, for example vowels dot values, then we receive the list of values A, E, I, O, U. Okay, so you know the difference between key and value function. Yeah, what is the purpose of key and value function? We will take this as in the example. We have written it. Okay, see here. I have write the same dictionary. Dic equal to 1A, 2E, 3I, 4O and 5U. Here I write print dic dot keys. So what will happen? Now the keys of the dictionary will be come in the output. See here, dict underscore keys, and it is in the form of list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hope you understand it. Same as we can also call the value of our dictionary. For this I have to write print dic dot values. See, both value will come. Dic dot keys will give the key of the dictionary, and dic dot value will return the values of the dictionary. So hope you understand, you recall the what is the use of key and value functions. Okay. Now we will discuss some features of dictionary. Features of dictionary. First feature is dictionary is an order set. That is the main feature of the dictionary. Dictionary is a unordered collection of key and value pair. As you know, what is the meaning of unordered? Unordered means the value we can all like we'll take this example. Here we write V1A. We can also write V1 equal to O, or we can write V2 equal to E here and V1 equal to A afterwards. So that is called unordered set or an unordered sequence. That is also known as the another feature is not a sequence. What is the meaning? The same as like list, string and tuples. They have a sequence, but in the case of dictionary there is no sequence because the element of the dictionary is not stored on the index. It is stored with the help of key and value. Hope you understand this. We store the value of the key in the value of the dictionary in the key only. So here the key will be work as the index. In case of list and dictionary, the index will be for 0, 1, 2 and so on. While in the case of dictionary, this index will be work as key. The key is used to call the value of the dictionary. And another feature is, I have already discussed, key is immutable and the value of the dictionary is mutable. Okay, understand? So we can change the value of the dictionary, but we cannot change the value of the key of dictionary. Okay, the another feature is key must be unique. Means the key always have a unique value. For example, we have taken V, 1A, 2E, again we write 1O. That is wrong. Why? Because 1 is repeated twice, while the key of the dictionary will be unique. Means the dictionary cannot have the same value again. Okay, that means the value of two unique key cannot be same. Okay, but the value which we store in the key can be the same. Okay, for example, 1 is A, 2 is again A. It is possible. The value of the key is same, may be same, may or may not be, but the key is not be the same. Okay, so that means key should always be a unique. Okay, for example, we can take here, you have seen the examples, both of the examples. We have taken 1, 2, 1, then 1. If we will write again, that it will give the error. But if we want to declare same value onto different keys, then it is possible. Hope you understand this. Okay, So this is known as what? Keys and value in the term of dictionary. You getting now? Now we will discuss working with the dictionary. As we already discussed it before, we can work with the dictionary, how the dictionary is enclosed in the curly braces, separated with the comma and the pair of key and value. Okay. Understand this? Now the another thing, we can create a dictionary with the help of dict function. For example, as you already create list and tuples, same we can declare our dictionary with the dict function. For example, I have taken in dictionary employee. So I can write here dict. Here for example, we have write name is a key. So here we didn't write this. We simply write name equal to name ABC, then comma salary equal to okay. Now we close it. So whenever we call employee, it will come in the form of dictionary, because the dict function is convert these values in the form of dictionary. Then what will be the output? Output will be in the form of, here it will write name ABC, then comma okay. See, now the dict function we can also use with the help of dictionary. Dict function we can declare a dictionary as the simple inputting method, as we already declared the list and tuple with the help of list and tuple function. So same we can declare with the help of dictionary function. See here I have write name equal to ABC. So it's automatically convert the name as key and ABC as the value of this dictionary name as dict. Okay, hope you understand this. This is how we can declare a dictionary. Okay, now the same as dict function. Dict function we have used to convert even a list into a dictionary. We can also use dict function. I will give one example to you how we convert the list in a dictionary. Same I will take here EMP is the name of simply dictionary. We write here dict. Here we have written the list, even list inside the list we write here name comma ABC. Okay, then again we have written salary comma, see, and we have just close it. Now it will also converted as a dictionary and the output will be same as if we will write print EMP, the output will be same. So it will convert the list into dictionary. Same it is, we can also convert tuple. We can also pass the tuple in the dictionary function. For tuple passing, what we have to do? We simply write dict. We write here name comma ABC, one tuple. Now salary is another tuple. Okay, now the function that is combined is a one tuple, and we close the dictionary function. It will also give our output as the dictionary. So we can convert the tuple and list both in the dictionary. This is called passing of list, and this is called passing of tuple in the dictionary. Hope you understand this. You understand this dict function. Okay. Now we will use some another function in the dictionary. Del function we will use. Now we'll discuss the del function. What is the use or a purpose of the del function? Del function delete what? Del function delete the value from the particular key. What is the syntax of del function here? Del name of dictionary, okay, then name of key, it is optional. Okay, so for example in the case of हमारी जो vowel वाली list थी हमने लिखा vowels, del vowels 2. So the value which is having the key 2, that is the 2 key is having what? Here, see here. Acha, we have V2 actually. Okay, we will write here. V2. Then we will write here. Then the value on V2 key will be deleted. Okay. So that is the del function which we use in the dictionary. It only deletes the value and does not return deleted value. Okay, it simply return it will simply delete the value, but in output you cannot show which value will be deleted. For this you have to call the print statement. Same here, we also use the pop function. There is difference between del and pop function. Pop function returns the deleted value also. It deletes the value as well as it returns the value which is deleted. For example, whenever how we write, what is the syntax of this? First we have to name of the dictionary vowels dot pop, and here we have to write the key. So whenever we use this and print enter in our interactive mode, then the value which is on the key V2, that is I, it will be deleted, and it will also show it in your output ki which value has been deleted. So that is the difference between del and pop function. There are two differences. One is the syntax different, and the another difference is del function does not return the value which is deleted, while the pop function returns the value which is deleted. Hope you understand it. This is all. Not all actually, there is some more functions which I will discuss with you. That is one length function. Length function, you have already worked with length function in so many before your examples. List, string, tuple, you have already used. How we use the length function? In length function we simply return the name of the dictionary length vowels. Then what will be the answer? Answer will be 5, because there is a 5 values. It will not count the key and value separate. It will give the output as a key and value as pair. Okay. Now another function is clear. Okay, what is the purpose of clear function? Clear function just empties your dictionary. It empties your dictionary. That is the main difference also between the del and pop. Del and pop is simply delete a single element, while the clear function deletes your whole elements from the dictionary, and it will give the only empty dictionary. What is the syntax of that? For example, the name of dictionary was vowels. We write vowels dot clear. Then whenever we call print vowels, it will give you the simply blank or a empty dictionary. Okay. Now there is one more function named as get. What is the purpose of this get function? Get function returns value of the given key. Means which key we give in the get function. For example, vowels dot get, and here we write V2, then what will be the output? Output will be each. So it will give the value of that corresponding key. Okay.